no future. That's what I need. The groove takes it over. We'll wait and see. Even I might blank out you and me. I thought that dream could light away. Take me higher, take me away.
Last time on Honkai Ball Z, the Trailblazers were lured into two of the most terrifying places in the entire imaginary tree. First, they crash landed into the Soviet Russia, where they helped the rebels take down the communist system and brought the comrades some freedom. Then came the canonical mother of the player character and the promise of collecting one of God's many atomic Dragon Balls in none other than the mystical land of rice fields and fox girls, China. There, they were able to uncover the mystery of the COVID cults. Dan Heng unlocked his Super Saiyan transformation, allowing him to channel his inner Moses to split the sea. And finally, the Trailblazers revealed the culprit behind the inner conflict to be none other than the giant woman at the bottom of the sea. However, and with the combined might of Edgy Green Boy and the Shogun, the giant woman stood no chance and was defeated. Honestly, it still baffles me to this day how the writers managed to come up with this shit. Now, after making it off communist ground, the Trailblazers are off towards their original destination, the land of dreams, gambling, and freedom. That's right, baby, we're going to Vegas, America. The Mysterious Woman. Pom Pom warns us about entering a memory zone or something, and he's like, "Aye bruh, this might cause you some serious headache or straight up kill you if you ain't compatible." And our character says, "Yes, fuck it, we ball. It is what it is." So the train does the Star Wars jump thingy, and we get transported into this weird fucked up area after casually having flashbacks to the fucking future. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Raiden Mei, otherwise known as Acheron. If you were here in the Bellbox chapter of the series, you would remember me giving an introduction to Kokolia, Bronia, and Sele, as they are characters original to Gun Girl Z before they got alternate versions in Honkai Impact, then Star Rail. Well, it's the same with Acheron. In Honkai Impact, Raiden Mei is the Herrscher of Thunder, and eventually became the Herrscher of Origin, and she's one of the strongest characters in the verse. She's also the best friend of that game's protagonist, so now you understand why people went apeshit when they announced her and eventually confirmed her to be the Raiden Mei of Honkai Star Rail. Anyways, she guides us through the acid trip, where we apparently gaze at the dreamscape of other people who were arriving at Penacony at the same time as us. Then, we finally reach the end. She makes a couple of elusive and mysterious comments before she fucking kills us. God, I wish that was me. On a side note, I really didn't like the English VA's performance for Acheron in this section. Maybe it's just me, but the voice tone and pitch plus the emotion conveyed between the two dubs are completely different. Take a listen.
This is... no.
This way. After you.
Am I supposed to walk up the wall? How is this even possible?
Why not?
あなたは私の言葉の意味をよく噛み締め、そして目覚めの世界へ帰るという。私たちが探している答えはそこにある。
We wake back up gasping like a fish that just got pulled out of water. And after a little chit-chat with our fellow Trailblazers, and Dan Heng ain't coming. Why is Dan Heng not coming? Broke at the biggest reveal last arc, and when it's time to finally capitalize on that and show some change in Lil Bro's personality, he refuses to go outright? My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Anyways, everyone except Pom Pom and Dan Heng will stay behind to play some Uno, go to the hotel. And boy, you look 8 years old. The only baggage you should be carrying is your backpack on your way to school. Child labor aside, we have a problem. Dan Heng's lazy ass had an entire room rented in his name, but still decided not to come, which turned out convenient for us because the Himiko of this verse is a professional swindler, and straight up speed checked Aventurine to unfuck the situation for us. To which he agreed almost instantly because man, if my girl and Himiko were drowning, you can catch me at my girl's funeral drinking coffee with a redhead. Too bad this wasn't New Vegas because speech checking someone here caused the authorities to show up. Or in our case, fucking God's angels. Meet Saturday and Robin. Monday is a big shot around here, or so it seems, because apparently this place is owned by a council of families that is called The Family. And Robin is a famous songstress or something, I don't know. Anywho, the problem unfucks itself because Himiko maxed out charisma and we gain access to the hotel. Himiko and Welt tell the kids to fuck off before they sit down and have a drink. And I can't believe some people are shipping these two because fuck, Welt is A, married, B, twice her age if not more. Anyways, apparently, the invite we received to get us here contained an encoded distress signal and had a cryptic ass message about finding the legacy of some watchmaker and why life slumbers or something, I don't know. Nice, I guess. So anyways, we go to our room and Lil bro? Oh god, no, please. So this douchebag Aventurine gave us his room because Himiko speech checked his ass earlier, and now he wants to call on that favor to get us to help him with this task to retrieve something for the IPS.
Minor spelling mistake. I win.
For the IPC? The IPC. Bro, do I know you? We literally just met. It wasn't even me you talked to. It was Himiko. Go and pester her, why me? Whatever, he starts walking out, then suddenly changes his mind, puts on some glasses and a hat, and decides to do a magic trick. And bro, look at this guy's face. Little man is on something devious. This is the face a dude makes when he finally gets someone to ask who's Joe. But it don't matter because his plan gets interrupted when... Man, get the fuck out of my room, both of you, or I'm taking out the baseball bat for a boss rush right away. Good. We get into a bathtub while still wearing clothes like a total psychopath. Like, seriously, this gotta be mad uncomfortable. It takes that stunt Ayaka pulled in Genshin and amps it up to 1,000,000. We're shown something we clearly shouldn't have seen, and after a brief encounter with child labor again, we skydive comically into a bullseye. Quick detour, did you subscribe yet? Why not? If you're this far into the video, then I clearly am doing something right, so click that subscribe button to get more content like this. The first thing we see when we open our eyes are God's angels. Fitting, because that fall should have absolutely killed us. Instead, we simply walk it off like not every bone within our body is broken, after Robin sings us pain go away. After that, we basically run around Vegas, experiencing what the city has to offer, and
You plead guilty
Yes, I plead guilty.
causing other carriages to be filled with sewage. You plead guilty to this charge?
Yes, I plead guilty.
we run into a Benton fan, meet Firefly. Nothing about her is either fire or fly, but she was chased by the greatest evil known to man, a colored hoyoverse character. So she must be someone important. Anyways, we fight them off and I don't know how to feel about this one. I mean, it's nice to have a character with facial hair for once, but like, bro, learn how to use a razor. That shit looks nasty. Anyways, turns out this guy is the head of security in Vegas. Don't know what you need security for inside a dream. Like, what are they gonna do? Put you in dream prison?
What are they going to do? Lock me up?
We talk for a bit, and as it seems, they were looking for a girl who slipped into the system unauthorized, as stowaway or whatever. And, well, they thought it was Firefly until now. Misunderstanding solved. Gallagher leaves, and for our reward, Firefly decides to go on a date with us. I don't know about you, but the moment this happened, a massive red flag appeared on her head for me. Written by this guy of all people? A happy and positive story? Yeah, sure. I've been trained in the ways of predicting dark twists. You can't get me. So back to what we're doing. We go on a date, and would you look at that? Hoyoverse! Have you been watching my videos? You actually went ahead and placed Firefly's model down for us to follow? And she's not just a ghost voice inside our head? Thank you very much! Now we can finally experience what it means to go on a real date.
Hello,
Fuck.
motherfucker.
I mean, at least I called it in my Bedabog video. This guy was never just some rando working for Wildfire. Sampo offers to show us around because he feels obliged to do so, and I don't know what came over either of us to agree, but we follow him. We do some puzzles, somehow visit my home country, and then become a giant trash can and fight a giant Sampo. You know, the usual stuff. Sampo leaves after Firefly gets fed up with this shit, and we meet Schizophrenia incarnate. Oh boy, I sure can't wait to find out more about this little fellow. I certainly hope it's a wholesome little character that has nothing to do with the souls of the dead and tormented. Anyways, somehow we gain the ability to manipulate the emotional states of those around us. Kinda scary if you ask me. I wonder what are the limits to this power. Can it be used in combat? Can it affect everyone? Does it work in reality? We may never know. Using our newfound convenience powers, we save Misha from some people, and save those people from Acheron. We part ways after a couple of words, then Firefly offers to take us to a pretty romantic spot. The sewers. Once we descend, we're shown this weird, sassy girl roast the ever-living fuck out of Aventurine. Like, holy shit, this is without prep. Imagine if she was a rapper and given enough prep time. Lil bro would die on the spot from the heat she would be packing in those words. We go back to the Trailblazer and his girl, and we don't get to see the sewers. Boo! A little obstacle course, because every arc needs the infected zone with puzzles to solve. And we finally make it to the spot. And well, it's honestly pretty cute. Good job, Hoyoverse. See, you're able to make cute and wholesome moments. Once we're done making out, we decide to start making it back to the rest of the Trailblazers. Though on the way we are accosted by Sampo, who had the transition and lost some weight and height. Now as a girl, she knocks us out with the smell of her stinky armpits, and we wake up in a dream. Inside the dream. Reality? Confusion has just increased. We catch up with Firefly and the second dungeon-like area of this arc. I feel like walking on walls is cool and all, but I find it mad disorienting. Kinda wish they polished it a bit more to make it feel more, natural, I guess. Some of those walking on walls puzzles took me far too long because of that. Maybe I'm blind, but one legit took me around 15 minutes to finish. We reach Herrscher of Corruption's abode and, oh god, no. No god, please no. Alright, Hoyoverse staff, we have to create a new boss for this section of the map. The name we have for it is Memory Zone Meme. Something onto death. Give it insta-kill abilities. How original. Make it a gimmick boss where it's immortal until you fulfill some condition. That doesn't sound too bad. Wait, I know. Remember that annoying boss players fought in chapter 1? You know, the robot, Svarog? Yeah, just reuse his abilities but make it so you can steal 2 characters at once, and there is no way to stop him from doing so. Here, have a raise. Anyways, so we fight for a bit and we almost get our asses handed to us before our second canonical mother comes to save us. With her help, she's able to delay the creature long enough for us to escape back to reality? The dream? Somewhere. We just go somewhere where there isn't a terrifying death monster running about. So the second mother, her name is Black Swan, but she's neither black nor a swan. Oh, you come on, at least try harder next time. What are you gonna release next? Pink Panther? Anywho, Nataponia escorts us safely to our friends. Silver Wolf makes her first real appearance in the story as a PNG on our phone. Then BS takes us back to the dream where we find Acheron about to absolutely decimate some dogs and TVs. Not an animal person, I see. Nor is she particularly good with technology. Understandable. White Swan, Acheron, and us team up, searching for Firefly. And then we have the third dungeon-like area of the arc. Star Rail, relax! Boy am I glad to have Sparkle, to just waltz there around without a care in the world. If I had to kill every enemy just to get all the chests and puzzles, it would have taken forever. So we stay on Firefly's trail, then we find her. And... Too much for happy and wholesome. I'm sure she'll be fine. We survived the fall from the skyline in the dream. What's a stab to the back compared to every bone in your body being reduced to dust? Hold up, didn't we take this photo using a phone? How come she dropped the physical copy upon stabbing? How strange. So we try leaving the memory zone, but then we start hearing some pretty fucking rad music echoing from a hall. We go check it out and only find charred remains of some dogs and machines. Looks like no one in Penacony is an animal person. Maybe except Purple Swan, but that's because like they go way back or something. While we're standing around talking like NPCs, the Chad music was dialed up a bit. And then... Sam takes pity on our souls and doesn't fly faster so that Acheron can move in just in time to throw him away. Then we get forcibly disconnected by the not bird lady and we wake up with Aventurine. Because of course we do. This dude sure loves to yap, yap, yap. Bro, I don't give a shit. Leave me alone. I am not the leader of the Trailblazers, nor do I have any superposition. Why are you so up my ass? Go pester Himiko for fuck's sake. She's the one who speech checked you. But he doesn't. Instead, he takes us to his room, where he suspiciously kept the dead body of Robin there, just long enough for us to see it disappear when we walk in. Then the game has the audacity to show us Sunday and Robin again, like we didn't just see her die for fuck's sake. We know that's Sparker in disguise. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. I'm planning for a part 2 soonish, but this video gets like 100 likes, I'll get it done much faster. I also have a special video planned for my birthday, which is really soon. So I hope to see you guys there. With that being said, this was Imaginary Watcher, and Penacony was great, guys.
Never want to live again.